In a bright and colorful forest, where the sun shone warmly through the leaves, lived a cute little koala named Coco. Coco loved sitting on his favorite eucalyptus branch, munching on tasty leaves all day long. He was a happy koala, but he mostly kept to himself. One sunny afternoon, Coco was enjoying his meal when he saw Kenny the kangaroo hopping by. Kenny stopped near a small pond where a thirsty tortoise named Tilly was slowly trying to reach the water. Kenny kindly used a large leaf to scoop up some water and offered it to Tilly. Tilly drank gratefully and smiled at Kenny. Coco watched them from his branch but didn't say anything. He just went back to his leaves. A little later, a beautiful toucan named Tessa flew past. She was carrying a bunch of juicy berries. Seeing Coco on his branch, she dropped a few berries right next to him. "A little treat for you," she chirped. Coco quickly gobbled up the sweet berries. They were delicious. But he forgot to say thank you and just turned back to his own leaves. Tessa flew off to share her berries with other friends. Coco noticed how all the animals in the forest were helping each other. Butterflies danced together in the air, monkeys shared bananas, and the kangaroos played joyfully. Everyone seemed so connected and happy. As Coco sat alone on his branch, a feeling he hadn't felt before started to creep in. He felt lonely. The forest was full of friends, but he felt like he was on the outside looking in. Soon, Coco finished all the leaves within his reach. He saw a branch full of fresh, tender leaves just a little bit higher up, but he couldn't quite get to them. He wiggled and stretched, trying his best. He called out, "Can someone help me reach those leaves?" But everyone was busy playing and helping each other, and no one seemed to hear his quiet call right away. The sun began to set, painting the sky with beautiful shades of orange, pink, and purple. Coco sat on his branch, feeling sad and a little bit hungry. He watched the other animals gathering together, sharing stories and laughing as the day came to an end. He started to think about the day. He remembered Kenny helping Tilly and Tessa sharing her berries. They were so kind to others, and to him. Just then, Tilly the tortoise slowly made her way to the bottom of Coco's tree. She looked up at him with a gentle, kind smile. She didn't say anything, but her warm smile seemed to say, "It's okay." In that moment, seeing Tilly's kindness, Coco understood. He realized that being part of a community wasn't just about getting help. It was about being thankful and kind in return. Feeling a change in his heart, Coco carefully climbed down the tree. He went to Tilly and said, "Thank you for being so kind." Then he found Kenny and said, "Thank you for showing me how to be a good friend." Finally, he found Tessa and said, "Thank you for sharing your delicious berries with me." Each time he said thank you, he felt a warm, happy feeling inside. Kenny, Tilly, and Tessa all smiled back at him, their faces full of warmth. From that day on, Coco wasn't lonely anymore. He learned that saying thank you was a small thing that made a big difference. He joined the other animals, sharing what he had and always remembering to show his gratitude. Now, Coco sits with all his friends, Kenny, Tilly, Tessa, and many others near the beautiful trees and flowers. They share food, they play games, and they enjoy the bright, joyful forest together. The forest feels even more colorful and happy because everyone is sharing and caring for one another. Coco found out that the best leaf in the forest is not as sweet as the feeling of having good friends and a grateful heart. And they all lived happily, sharing their joy every single day.